It was an emotional first day in the American Sniper murder trial. It began with details on how Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield died and included tearful testimony from Kyle's widow and Littlefield's mother. She told the court today would have been Littlefield's 38th birthday. Fox 4's Richard Ray joining us now from Stephenville with more on day one. Rich.
Good evening, Heather. Judge Jason Cashin has some strict rules in this case. The only audio he's allowing us to play back is from the lawyer's opening statements. We can record the witnesses, but we cannot share their audio. Today we did hear emotional testimony from a widow and a mother, and we got gruesome details on the murders. Chris Kyle's widow, Taya, arrived at the heavily secured Erath County Courthouse, the first witness in a murder trial that has drawn international attention. In his opening statement, D.A. Alan Nash laid out for jurors what happened February 2nd, 2013. How Chris Kyle and his best friend, Chad Littlefield, a couple of guys with a passion for helping vets, had been asked by Eddie Ray Routh's mother to help him. Routh, Nash said, spent the morning smoking dope and drinking whiskey before meeting up with Chad and Chris to go to a gun range. Both men would later be found dead, both shot multiple times in the back and in the top of the head. Defense attorney Tim Moore, in his opening statement, sought to convince the 10 women and 2 men that Routh was insane at the time of the shootings and when questioned by police later that day.
And you'll see his answers to seemingly straightforward questions. And you'll hear the delusional responses.
But he admits that he murdered these 2 men, that he used drugs and alcohol that morning, and that he knew what he was doing was wrong.
Chris Kyle's widow maintained her composure for much of her testimony, though she did tear up when talking about the first time she'd met Chris. Taya spoke of reaching Chris on the phone while he was at the gun range. He said he was okay, but she said he sounded uneasy. The defense earlier told the jury about a text that Chris sent to Chad while they were driving. "This dude is flat out nuts." Chad's mother was the second witness. In a terrible irony, this would have been her son's 38th birthday. Judy Littlefield said on the last day of his life, Chad came by his parents' house for lunch, stayed longer than usual, came back to tell them that he loved them. Chad talked a lot about his faith that day, Judy said. Seemed to be at peace. Defendant Eddie Ray Routh spent most of the day taking copious notes. We are told this trial will take about 2 weeks to complete. Heather?
All right, Richard, live in Stephenville tonight. Thank you.